Ooh, excuse me.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Hey, everyone. Come on in. Come on in. Mama said it. There'll be days like this. Mama said it. Yeah. There'll be days like this. Mama said it. Mm. Can you see me okay?
Mm-hmm.
My light is like acting up. How are you today, Plum?
I'm okay. How are you? Blessed.
Okay. Maintaining, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Maintaining. We got a nice um some nice topics today.
Yes, we do.
Quite interesting,
Very
to say the
interesting.
least.
Yes.
Yes, to say the least. Today is a
Yes,
great
yes,
day
yes.
for celebration. It's a lot of birthdays today.
It is. There's a lot of birthdays. A lot.
A lot of birthdays. Celebrating my mom's birthday.
Yes. Nana Hattie May. Okay. Hattie May Ross.
Yes, mom's birthday today, and my dad's birthday was June the 28th,
Yes.
and they both was born the same year, 3 days apart.
1927. Yep.
3 days apart. Three days apart
Mm-hmm.
from each other. Yes, so that's quite interesting.
Yes.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining
Yes,
us.
thank
Come
you for
on
joining
in.
us. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Miss Linda. How is everyone doing out there?
How's everyone doing?
Yes, yes, yes.
Thanks for joining the live. We have some great topics today. We want
We
to get your
do.
opinion.
And
Want to
I'm
say,
going to give mine.
yeah, we know you're going to give yours for sure.
Yes.
We know you're going to give yours. We want to say a shout out to Sandra Sessions' birthday is today. Cousin
Yes,
Sandra.
she is living it up, honey. Okay, if you are on here,
Yes.
Aunt Sandra, I see you. Okay,
Yeah, we see you,
you're
girl. We
looking
see you.
great. Okay, great.
Yes.
Yes,
Absolutely. Yes,
yes,
absolutely. She's been through so much in the
yes.
last few months, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a strong young lady, very
Yes.
strong, but she's celebrating her birthday. I remember I gave her and my mom a birthday party a few years back because their birthday is the same day.
Yes.
Um, we also have Jamila birthday
Jamila, yes.
from Buffalo, New York. That's my girlfriend, Camellia Lester's daughter's birthday is today. Miss Cisco, God bless Miss Cisco. Rest in
Yes.
peace, Miss Cisco. Remember we used to have Miss Cisco and Sandra and my mom. We used to take
Yes.
them to
Going up
dinner.
to the Red Lobster, okay?
Oh, mention the
There
red
used to be how it would use it probably was like 20 of us at least.
at
At
least.
least.
At least. True, true. That is a
Mm-hmm.
true statement.
Yes.
And yeah, we used to go up to Red Lobster and just have ourselves. We won't get into the rest of how the
Yeah,
dinner
we
turned
ain't
out.
gonna tell y'all all the details, okay? But just know that we had a time, okay? Like we had a blast, okay?
Yeah, we
Yes,
had a blast. Yes, we have some memories on that.
yes.
And we also have Sherry Lewis. His birthday is today as well.
Okay, happy birthday, happy birthday,
Yes,
happy
Sherry Lewis.
birthday.
Laura Walker, birthday. She's from down south. Laura's from New Jersey. Sister Diane Young, Diane Virgil, excuse me, Diane Virgil celebrated a birthday recently. And
Okay,
cousin
happy
Earl Carter's
birthday.
birthday is coming up on the 4th.
All right now, 4th of
Yeah,
July.
and and also one of my favorite artists. I have so many favorites, but Evelyn Champagne King, her birthday. She celebrated her birthday yesterday. So we got a lot of cancers
Mm-hmm.
celebrating So when my birthday comes, which is next month, I like to celebrate the whole entire month. I don't like to just celebrate that one day.
Yes,
It
I
gives
know.
me a reason for people to take me out to dinner and buy me a drink or get me a gift or send me a cash app.
Oh Lord.
Just in case my birthday, they occupy, they have all of the Leo month to celebrate. So we want to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yes, to all the cancers.
I ain't
To
gonna
all the
sing.
cancers.
I'll lip sing, but I ain't gonna.
You ain't gonna sing.
Mm-mm.
Now, one of the things that I noticed that Shakira, it looks like your camera is not moving.
I'm moving on my end, Mom.
Are you? Could
Yeah.
you ask everybody, are you moving on their end?
Yeah, everybody, can you see me over here dancing and stuff? I see you, Aunt Lisa. Um, may not be able to stay long at bowling alley with Marcus. Tell Marcus I said happy birthday. Happy birthday to all of those born in July. Yes, absolutely. Well, I'm moving. Okay, Tiana's in here. Hey,
Oh,
they
they
said I'm moving. They said they can see me moving. Okay, I'm moving all around. I'm moving my head left to right. It's probably my
really
left,
on
your
my end.
right, whatever. Yes,
On
they
my
said they
end,
can
you're
see
like
me.
you're still
No, I don't know.
okay. Well, as
Okay.
long as everybody else
As long as
is
they
saying
can
that
see.
you're moving,
Yes,
that's that's the main part.
yes, yes, yes.
So we did our shout out to our beloved family. My
Mhm.
dad, June 28th. Remember we used to give the birthday parties?
I
We used to have,
know that used to be the tradition. They would have their birthday party together, all at
yes.
the house at Pop Pop's house.
Yep, that's true. That's so
Mhm.
true. Yeah, we missed that. We miss all of that for sure.
Yes.
Okay, so let's jump right into
Let's
it.
get on into it, okay? Let's get on it.
Let's jump into it now. Anytime, you guys definitely respond. Let us know your comments, reviews. But we do want to say, as a disclaimer, anything that we're saying right now is our opinion, a comment,
Yes.
suggestion. If it's something that we don't know for sure, we're going to say allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's something that's factual, we're going to just stick to it, right?
Mm-hmm. And
So
call
let's
us
have some.
out. Call us if you know if we might be saying something that we thought was the tea or whatever. Let us know. Okay, we have no shame in our game to correct ourselves, but this is all allegedly as far as our alleged opinions. Meaning we ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings. Okay, these our opinions are not facts. These are our opinions. Okay. So
Our
don't be
opinions.
offended. If you're gonna come for us, come nicely. Okay. Nicely.
Yes,
Okay.
please come nicely. That's please, whatever you do, come nicely.
Yes.
Um,
Jasmine said that, Mom, you keep freezing on me.
I keep freezing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm the one freezing.
You freezing. I see it now. It's like you're doing the robot.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not raining anymore here, so I can't
Yes.
say it's the rain.
Yeah. So it'll probably clear up. Everybody can hear everybody though. Like you can all hear us, right? No matter if we're freezing on the camera or not. Can everyone hear us good? Please let us know.
I wonder,
Um,
is it my internet?
I don't know. It might be. It
Uh,
was raining real bad. It was pouring earlier, so who knows?
yeah, it was definitely point. Is it
Okay. They
raining
said
anywhere
they
else?
said the volume is good. They said they can hear us. They can hear us both.
Okay,
Okay.
but how about is it raining where they are? What part of the world? Where you guys are at? New
Well,
Jersey,
it's
Florida?
Aunt Dot said yes. Um, Miss Linda said yes. Jasmine said yes. Tiana said yes. But you're freezing on and off is what Tiana said.
I'm freezing on and off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I see
But
that
as long
I think it's my internet.
okay. But as
I
long as
think
y'all
it's
can hear us, y'all can hear our voices and what we're projecting, we gonna go on and get this party started. Oh wait. Now wait a minute. Um we need a brief moment here. Man down, man down. I'm guessing that she's going to probably click off and then come back. But you guys, tell me how you guys are going to be spending your 4th of July. For me, nothing that I know of. I know somebody cooking out somewhere in the family. But as far as what I'm doing, I'm just trying to relax. I got Monday off. My son, luckily, he's going to be going to school on Monday. So I only have the one here. So I'm going to relax. Okay. And that's how I'm spending my 4th of July week. And then 4th of July, I'm off. But so is my son. So, yay.
So it's just, that's good.
Yeah.
So it's,
yeah.
Okay, now I refreshed myself, but then I kind of lost you on the frame. But everybody can see you, so we're good.
Yeah, they can see us. They said us. They can hear us. Let us know if you can't hear us. You want to be able to hear what we have to say. Most importantly, we want you to get the visual, but we want you to hear these topics.
Right. So the first one we want to talk about, which is, I'm listen. I don't want y'all females coming for me. I don't want no smoke or fire, okay? But we're gonna talk about this because this has been in the media. When a woman is caught lying for bringing false charges against a man for rape or domestic violence, should she be charged? Should she pay restitution or a penalty? Because we're noticing that a lot of men are being charged with false accusations that they're not committing these acts, and they're going to jail, being arrested. And we just had a situation recently where, well, we have a lot of situations that actually happened recently, where there was a football player. I don't want to say his name, but many of you know who he is. There was a football player years ago that was in high school, went to college, and he had a promising career. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, the young lady lied on him and said that he raped her when he actually did not. So that caused his career. I don't know whether he actually continued in the NFL. I don't exactly know what happened to him with his career, but it definitely was shattered in a sense because of what she did.
I can imagine. I don't know whether, That's heavy. I said that's heavy. Yes. That's very heavy to come back from.
Yeah, it's absolutely is. How could you come back from that?
Yeah.
And then what make it so bad is the woman herself. Some of them don't even feel bad for doing it.
Yeah, no, they listen. They wanted their 15. So now again, this is not for women that have actually went through something, right? We're talking about the women that clearly, and I'm not talking about, the lines was blurred, maybe it was consent, maybe it wasn't. We're talking about somebody that's flat out lying, okay?
Right.
And they're just flat out lying and trying to either get back at their ex or whatever, or their 15 minutes of fame or whatever have you. Those are the individuals that we're talking about. So with that being said, if there is no shout of a doubt that this person lied and there's no truth to their statement whatsoever, as far as being charged, I think, because you have to think of it this way. You filled out a police report. You took a police report away from somebody that actually happened, like the time, the effort that the police department put in to investigate, to whatever have you. So I feel as though that you should have to answer to a degree. Now, as far as going to jail, depends on how long you rode that lie. You get what I'm saying?
But,
like if
the man got arrested, he actually got arrested, handcuffed, booked, charged. May have spent some time in jail, inconvenience, could have lost his job, his career, his family, if he's married, all that. So should the woman be charged and sentenced?
I also feel, as far as, since I'm not going to put a color on it, but I feel as though that whenever our black athletes or black actors or black whoever gets accused of something, they're thrown away. They're not
Yeah.
really trying to investigate. They're just trying to like sweep it under the rug, get them out of here. Listen, she said what she said, and that's what it is. So I feel as though that we have to put some onus on the police department to do their due diligence in a timely fashion. So this man, if he does happen to, okay, any time in jail, a minute, an hour, a day, months, years, absolutely
It's too much.
understandable. It's rough. It's too long.
Right.
But
Right.
if you're doing your due diligence and you're on top of investigating and not just saying, well, she said it, so let's just go with what she said, then you can prevent him from being in there longer. So
Yeah.
I feel as though should she actually have to go, I don't have a problem with her paying restitution, because you took resources away from somebody that actually is having stuff going on. So
Right.
yes, I think she should have to pay a penalty. I don't know if maybe she needs to have something put on her record as far as, making false allegations about what she did. Maybe something to that magnitude. Going to
I think
jail,
I
I
think
don't know.
I think she needs to be charged with perjury. I think she needs to be charged. I think that when a person, because you get a lot of people that be lying on people that didn't even do it,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah,
that's an
absolutely.
inconvenience, and that's not right. And then you find out that they lied years later. I
Yeah,
mean, come on,
absolutely. But that's what
not
I'm saying
right.
as far as how long did they ride the lie. Let's take for
It doesn't
example.
matter whether it was a day or minute.
Wait a minute.
Soon
Wait a
as you
minute, Motto. Wait a
okay,
minute now.
all
Okay,
right,
have a thought real quick. Wait a minute. Let me get my thought out. For example, Emmett Till. Everybody on here, if you don't know the Emmett Till story, please not stop watching our live. Keep watching it, but make sure afterwards that you go on and read about Emmett Till and how that woman lied on him. The boy got killed, and then she came out when she was in 90s or when she was 90, 80 years old and confessed and said that she lied. She should be put in jail. I don't care how old she was. I'm sorry. I
and
don't
they
know
didn't lock her
is
up.
she even still alive? I don't even know.
No, she passed away.
She passed away, and she didn't she say this on her deathbed, or she should have
I'm
went to
not
jail.
sure. I don't recall her ever confessing, but
Yeah, well, I think
what
she
I
did.
recall is that they found a document. They found an arrest warrant for her arrest after many years have passed, and they was trying to figure out why no one had act on that arrest warrant that she had that was issued. She never got arrested. So that's
something in that case. Yes, you need to go to jail. I'm sorry, Jussie Smollett, whatever your name was. Listen, hey, I got to keep it real, sir. You went on there and he openly he lied and said that it was black.
I'm not totally convinced.
I am. Okay, I'm very convinced.
I'm not.
I am. The people that allegedly robbed him was somebody that he knew and said that they were white men, Caucasians, and they were black men, said they had maggot. Like, it was so many holes in his story. Had the whole Chicago running around looking for these white men with maggot hats on.
I don't remember him. Okay, I don't want to speak too much on it, but I don't remember him saying it was white men. I thought he always said it was black.
No,
they had masks.
That's not. He may not. He alluded. If you're saying that somebody they did and they had a maggot hat on, and you're in the climate that we were currently in during that time, it was anybody that read it. I mean, chime in if somebody think that I'm wrong or whatever have you have a different opinion. But I feel as though when he first told the story, it was the white men that beat him down with maggot hats on. That's what he put out there to me, in my opinion. But then it comes out that he completely lied. I'm sorry, that type of thing.
He lied.
He lied.
He said he lied, but I'm not convinced. There is some doubt. But
doubt in what? He lied? He said he lied.
He convinced that he lied?
Yes, he said he lied.
I never.
Okay, let me backtrack. I'm gonna go back and double check. I'm gonna fact check this, but I can bet my bottom dollar that he said he lied, or that he
I don't recall that at all.
He what was it? Either confessed or pleaded out because they were charging him for the lie. He was getting charged for it.
Yeah,
And he
but
lost
in
all,
this,
and he lost his endorsements, and the empire that was over with once
yeah,
he did all of
everybody
that.
lost on that.
Everybody
Everybody
lost on
lost.
that. You know what I'm saying? So you put so many other people's life in jeopardy from your lie. Now, I mean, you saying that you think that you're not convinced that he lied. Well, what,
I
sir?
don't know. Listen, I didn't follow the story completely, but I was not convinced that it was 100%. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't convinced. I didn't follow the story completely. So it could have very well been that he lied. I don't know, but I never
From my
remembered him confessing that he lied. But
from
let's
my
change
record.
gears for a second.
Okay.
We
Okay. Go ahead.
have actor Jonathan Major was arrested back in March
Mm-hmm.
of this year, charged with assault on his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
But just a few days ago, he has a big win where now his ex-girlfriend, excuse me, I'm stand to be corrected. His ex-girlfriend is now being charged with assault. So they must have revealed some some information that disclosed that she lied and
Well,
she
what if they was
falsified.
beating on each other? I mean, it's a very thin line when it comes to, if I'm talking, if somebody blatantly says you raped me and they didn't touch you at all, absolutely. But if there was any type of intercourse and maybe I said no, it's such a thin line. And then with domestic violence, some women do beat men. They
Oh
run up
yeah,
on
they
men
beat him.
like they're men. And some men are not raised to a capacity to not hit a woman, or not. They have reflexes just like anybody else. And they may wall off and mollywop you. I don't know. But
I know for me, I know for me, men that I've been with, okay, and I haven't been with that many, but if we ever had a confrontation, they know they've been into some sort of scuffling match with me. And a lot of women, you're no match for a man. First of all, I was always taught never to hit a man, never,
yeah, and that's
under
what
no
you taught me.
circumstances. Okay, and I taught you that as well. You don't go around hitting people.
No,
Period.
because everybody was not raised not to put their hand on a woman. So you
Correct.
may run into that one person that will cock back and hit and blow your lights out. Okay, and
Yes.
mm-mm.
I mean, just like we just witnessed, I'm gonna try to see whether I can find the video and play it. There was a young lady, I guess she was at McDonald's or one of these restaurants. I think it was McDonald's,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't believe she's actually
Oh
slapped this
yes,
guy.
I seen that, and he rocked her. I said,
He socked the hell out of her.
and she fell. All the flies and the condiments, the ketchup was
That's
flying.
not funny. That's
It's,
not funny,
I mean,
Regina.
it's not. Listen, it's not funny, but you can't put your hands on people.
You cannot.
You
Especially
can't.
a big dude. Like, come on now. It's already
Listen,
bad enough you beating up a little guy. No offense
you
to the little
can't
guys. I love the
underestimate
little
them little
guys.
people. Okay, those little people, those be the ones that will cold cock you. So you cannot underestimate the little people either. She shouldn't have put her hands on nobody.
She should not have.
She should have kept her hands to herself.
She definitely
So
should have. She
with
definitely should have.
with the Johnson case, for me, if they're saying now that she's being charged with assault, did they find out that she was beating on him as well and they were equally beating on each other? Like, I need more information.
Yeah. But let me ask you this, because this is Megan supposedly or allegedly Megan Good new boyfriend. So do you think that she may have had an influence on the decision of the outcome of this case?
Meaning that he's on her arm now, and look,
I mean,
in what capacity do you mean? Like, meaning that she told
because
him?
sometimes celebrities do have, I mean, he's an actor, so he's a
Yeah.
celebrity.
Yeah.
But Megan, I'm not saying that he's not an A-list celebrity. I'm not saying that at all. But I know she is.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know whether or not maybe her presence may have had something to do with the outcome. I don't know. It's just a question.
It could have. I mean, just like when you see somebody going to court and they tell them, bring your family, have your family sit in the front row, have them dress all nice to make you seem human and not like how they're trying to portray you. So that could be it, because then it'd be like if he didn't have a girlfriend and she didn't show up or whatever, it's just like, oh, look at the woman beater. He ain't even got no, like, so it's just like for a woman of Megan Good's stature, as far as, it's just coming out of a marriage from a pastor, so it's kind of just like, oh, well, he must know Jesus in them because she knows like, so it could have played in the decision, definitely. But I just need more info since she's getting charged with assault too. They might have been in there beating on each other. We don't know.
No, we don't know. But we know that the charges has definitely changed. Yes. So therefore something may have.
And sometimes happened. People with bigger lawyers, not to say anything about law, but the better storyteller that you can be to convince a jury, I won't say that the truth doesn't matter, because hopefully the truth does matter. It ought to always matter. But what I'm saying is that if the young lady had a lawyer that wasn't too sharp or wasn't too, and then he got a Johnny Cochran type of lawyer, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit. It's one of them things that, it's a lot of factors to it. So
yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, let's read some comments. Hey, Jasmine, Linda, Lisa, thank you guys so much for joining. Tiana, thank you so much for joining. Zoraida, thank you for joining, girlie. Good to see you all coming back. Let's see. We just read some of these comments. So, Shakira, you want to read the comments?
Okay. Miss Linda said a football player life was ruined. He was admitted
to.
Yes, hey Bree. He was admitted to USC. He did come back. Pete Carroll of the Seahawks was his coach. This was a racial issue. Okay.
What was a racial issue?
Hold on, I'm trying to see. That's what Linda was saying, because she has like back-to-back comments.
Okay, she said it was a racial issue.
Yeah, and then Zoraida said, "Hello, ladies. Hello." Tiana said, "I think she should definitely be charged because that's someone's livelihood." Zoraida said, "Yes, she should be charged." Linda said, "Look at Emmett Till." Jasmine said, "Yes, she should be charged for lying. You turn people's life upside down with false accusations. It's not right, and you deserve to take accountability. Oftentimes, you can't come back from that damage. I won't say any names because I really don't care for her, but there's a radio host that falsely accused a black doctor of sexual assault via private message, then switched up and said that people only told her that about him. His career was never the same. Have we not learned from Emmett Till?"
Wow, the doctor?
Who was Jasmine? She said, now I'm trying, I'm trying to figure out who
was falsely accused. What? And see, now that's where the doctor should have filed charges against whoever that person was for damages. Especially if it's an interruption of income.
Yeah. Then she also said a grand jury declined to indict the woman whose accusation set off Emmett Till's killing. Mm-hmm. Linda said, but her husband and the other killers confessed and bragged about Emmett Till's death.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Brianna said, "Hey family, hey."
Hey, Sade.
Yes. Difference is no one was arrested. That's what Miss Linda said. Jasmine said she testified for 7 hours and they said she was too old to be indicted. No, ma'am, you're not too old. Okay. You're not too old. Okay. You and that cane, take that little stroll up there. We can wheel you. Because if it's black people, we're never too old to go to jail. Okay. They're never saying, "Oh man, you got."
But they are releasing senior citizens, from what I've been told.
Yeah, because it's pressure on their neck, but they only doing. I feel like a lot of times when you see all this stuff about, they're releasing people and they're doing it because they're trying to shut whatever that organization is, shut them up temporarily. You get what I'm saying? Like it's not like it's like a pacifier. Let's give them. We got to give them something. We got to give black folks something. So let's give them this. So it's not solving the overall issue, but it'll pacify some people. Linda said, "Great topic." Should a man be able to hit back if a woman hits a man?
You want to know my opinion?
I know your opinion.
Listen.
Go ahead, say your opinion.
Well, I'm gonna say, man and woman, there's no match when it comes down to physical, right? We know that. Women, we have to stop hitting on these men. Now, if you are defending yourself,
and that's different.
All means, do whatever you got to do. If you're defending yourself and it's domestic violence or something's going on where you have to defend yourself, yes, all means. But if it's just off of a conversation, just off of communication, please keep your hands to yourself. Don't hit these men.
Please,
and
please
men, don't be hitting these women.
No,
because they don't agree with you, or they don't like what you say. Yes. But for me, I was always taught if somebody hits you, you hit them back. Now, that don't mean that that's right. I have brothers, and all my brothers, they made me tough because they would jam me up, and they wanted me to be able to fight. So in that capacity, I'm grateful for it because they really showed me a lot of self-defense. But typically from women, we got to stop laying our hands on these men just because, women, say for an example, if a man go out here and he mess with another woman, women be wanting to hit him because of that.
Yes. And let's add this to the list. Stop getting in men's faces and pushing up against them and all that. And then when they wall off and hit you, no, they shouldn't. But if they do, oh my God, he hit me, ma'am. You antagonize that man. You egged it on. Like, people have boiling points, and every person ain't gonna walk away. Some people don't care if they go into jail, and they will mollywop you. I keep using this phrase. This is old school, mollywop. Nobody says that anymore. But I digress. Anyway, Jasmine said, I think a man should be able to defend himself. Courtney, Clinny, killed her boyfriend after he endured physical abuse for months. Oh, I didn't know about that.
After he endured physical abuse for months?
After he endured physical abuse for months.
Wow.
Johnny Depp endured physical abuse that would have never even been brought to the light of his ex-wife wasn't trying to charge him. Yes. Charge him for false accusations of abuse. Men need protection as well. Absolutely. Because you don't really, and it happens. Men get raped too. I mean,
they get raped.
They get raped.
I remember it was this woman that was chasing him and she was butt naked. Oh, she was chasing. Yes. Yeah, it's a video out there. It's a few of them.
Men need protection as well. And you don't, and it's always in the woman's favor, which is just like, you need to go by the facts. What is the facts? Take the sex out of the equation, because a lot of times, say for instance, let's say a domestic violence thing comes up. The police come to your house. If the woman say you hit me, 9 times out of 10, the guy's going to jail. He can have a lump, or
if he got a lump, she gonna get arrested. If he got a lump,
but I'm just saying he has to have something visible.
Yeah.
To say that she, look at me, my eye hanging out. That's when it's just like, all right, well, maybe she did do it. But typically, it's the woman that would, that's how it goes a lot of times, unfortunately. But that's the way, that's why they say whoever called the cops first, the other one's going to jail. So, sir, don't let your pride not let you call the cops. If she beating on you, call the cops, please.
Yeah, definitely call the cops. Get someone involved to break it up, because that's crazy. We could do better. Put it that way.
We can do better. But I'm saying a lot of men, if they are getting beat, they're not running to call the cops. They're like, I'm just going to take this black eye and keep rolling. No, sir, you're getting abused. And
because sometimes when you get the police involved, it can escalate, get out of hand, and somebody can get killed.
Absolutely. But
so it's not like it used to be.
But it's on both sides. Sometimes you don't get the police involved, and then it escalates to a certain point. It's just like you always hear the term of, well, they beat me. They beat me all 7 months. Did you ever report it? No.
Yeah, and there's no
No,
evidence.
there's no evidence. So it's on both sides. Yes, we can do better, but at the end of the day, if you know that if you're getting abused, you need to tell somebody. And you
Yeah,
need to put it on paper.
definitely need to tell somebody.
That's just how I feel about it. You need to get it on paper, because if something was to escalate and you don't have nothing backing you from history, it's kind of just like, okay, well, hey. So
Yeah.
but we got some
So
more
who
coming.
was this that Linda was talking about that someone got caught having sex in the bleachers at a school gym? Who was that?
Who was that?
And then she said the accuser was a white teenager. They got caught having sex in the bleachers at a school gym. It
It
was
was,
consensual sex. Yeah. Wow.
I mean,
That's
that's
interesting.
common.
Huh?
That's common for high school. So I've heard. Uh,
Yeah,
let's see.
that's
What other,
true.
I think that was it.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to change the subject
Okay.
and I want to talk about couples. I want to talk about couples that are claiming to be happily married but
Mm-hmm.
sleep in separate beds or rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Is this more of a contract marriage or is this real love?
I think you got to do what works for you, boo. Sometimes your counterpart may snore too much, or sometimes, like I
That's
know
true.
that it could be like you can't sleep, or it could just be down to because I know we know of someone that has been married for I want to say over 30 something years, and they live across the street from each other.
Oh, I know a few people like that.
And they
Yes.
go on dates. They you know they if the wife needs something fixed at the house, the husband's coming over to fix it.
Yeah.
Now, is that for me per se? Absolutely not. But I
Yeah.
understand you have to. I feel like a lot of times with marriage, people try to put it in a box to say, well, if you're married, you have to live together. If you're married, you have to have children. If you're married, you have to do X, Y, Z. And that's not the case. Every marriage is different. You have to do what
Yeah.
works for you. So if that's what works for you, but do keep in mind that I feel as though that if you don't have a strong foundation, that's not something you should be entertaining. But for people that has a very strong foundation and they just, I'm tired of him doing X, Y, Z, or I'm tired of picking up, or I'm picking up after people, or I'm tired of doing this, that, and the third. Sometimes to keep their marriage, they will do that and they're happier. So I don't see
Yeah.
anything wrong with it. It ain't for me per se. But I don't see anything wrong with it because I've seen plenty of people that it actually works for. So
Well, I know
even
my
sleeping in separate
grandparents,
beds.
my grandmother, my maternal grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
she and her husband, my bonus grandfather, they
Mm-hmm.
slept in separate bedrooms all my life, and all my sisters. I mean, I don't know Dottie if she's on here.
Mm-hmm.
She might be able to chime in, but I
Mm-hmm.
know all my life they slept in separate bedrooms. I never known them to sleep in the same bedroom. I don't even know whether I've seen them kissing or not. I can't remember. But I know.
Okay, so I can chime in from my experience, not from your grandparents, but from my grandparents, as far as Nana
Okay.
Hattie Mae and Pop Tommy. I remember when we was in New Brunswick, they had that queen size bed that was high as the tallest bed I've ever seen in my life. Okay.
Yeah.
But then when we all moved together, they had separate beds and never went back since.
Yeah.
They
That's
they
true.
had separate beds until the day that they departed. So
That's true.
and they were
I
happily
guess
married.
after you
I
get,
I
I
never
guess
seen them kiss either. So I seen them
I've
fuss
seen
at
them
each
kiss
other.
before, but
Okay.
maybe it's because after a while, the sex wear off, and I think I'm gonna be, having sex to the day I die. I mean, I'm not active right now, but when I get my mate, I'm gonna make up for some lost time. But I'm just saying, for maybe it's because they lose interest. But with my grandmother, she was very young and they were
Mhm.
living in separate bedrooms.
Yeah,
So
because
is that
sometimes
more
it
of a
just still works.
contract marriage?
No, I don't think that's a contract marriage. I think people just put too much. Mind your business, people. Okay.
Oh,
Listen. Okay, that's how I feel about it. Mind your business. If it's not for you, then it's not for you. Keep. If it does not apply, let it fly. Okay.
well,
But
for
if you,
me, I hope I don't never get to a point in my life where I'm sleeping separate. But if that was to happen, if we're
It's not the
together,
end
I
all be
think that's the
all.
main part.
It's not the end all be all. I don't think that's the end all be all, because sometimes people just want their own space. Sometimes you may have a husband like mine that loves to, like, for it to be cold. He loves coldness. And you know me, I'm bundled up. I got on a robe with a jacket. I am always cold. So I know that with the temperature in the house, sometimes I'll wait till he goes to sleep and I'll inch the temperature up a little bit because I'm cold, and he's sitting there and he's just sweating and he's like, oh, it's so hot. I'm like, where is it hot? So I
Right.
understand the concept of, you, and I feel like every set, I've read this somewhere. Don't ask me where, I don't know. But they say every 7 years you change as a person.
Every day
So
you change.
I mean, yeah, every day, but
Every.
as far as like your, not just your hormones, but just, your mindset, different things. So, when you were younger, you probably was all about the heat, and now you might be going menopause, and now you cold, or I mean, you hot all the time, and you sweating, and now you sweating up the bed, and you soaking up the bed. Now, I gotta change the sheets all the time. Maybe we get separate beds. You can sweat up your bed, okay?
Yeah.
Don't sweat up mine. So I get the concept. It ain't it ain't for me. I'm just Jasmine said my husband is listening. Hey Mike. He said
Hello.
my husband is listening. He said they talking about us. I just really like having my own space, and I think he does too. We are stronger than ever.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
Because
awesome.
sometimes you can get on somebody's like nerve, like
Yeah.
you really can. She said, yes, my husband likes to sleep with the air on blast, winter, summer. Yes, don't matter. I need a regular, normal temperature. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I can definitely go with that.
Yeah.
Regular
Tiana,
temperatures.
yeah, I like regular temperature. I don't need it to be, freezing. And it's so funny because my kids, they don't like covers. Even the infant, he's 11 months, and you'll put a cover on his little legs. He toss it off. He don't like no covers either. He'll sweat, and Evan will sweat. So it's. I mean, but me, I'm not sweating. Okay, I got all layers on. Um, Tiana said, I feel like it all depends on what works for them. We can't judge someone else's marriage, especially when we're the outside looking in. Yes, absolutely. And typically, the people that are
That's true.
judging are not married. Let's start
Oh,
there.
let me put my
I mean,
bras.
I'm no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Typically, the people that are judging people's
I'm not
marriages in
judging.
such a
I
no,
just a
no, I'm saying
question.
that the people that's judging in such a harsh way, like, oh, you guys are probably cheating on each other, or y'all must not be happy, and yeah, those are the people that are typically lonely. Okay, no man in sight. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, my husband likes to sleep. Oh, yeah, we already read that one. Yeah. Okay. The babies regulate their temperatures naturally. They hate covers and clothes. Yes, they do. Yes. Because Evan, definitely. You'll put every night, every time I get up, I'm putting the covers on them. When I come back in the room, the covers is off. I'm like, you know what? It's okay. Zareta said, my daughter's son is 4 months old, and he does not like I'm imagining like covers on. Since that's what we're talking about.
Oh,
But
okay.
yes, it's these babies. They be hot. I think it's the pandemic babies. I don't know. Maybe was I a cold baby? Like, did I like covers when I was a
No,
baby?
you did not like cold. You wanted to be warm. It
Oh, okay. So I'm
80
still
was
the
good
same.
with you.
Okay. Okay. So I'm still
Yeah,
the same.
definitely. Now let me say this. This next topic, I don't want none of y'all women to have y'all men to be trying to come for me or my
Uh oh.
child.
Uh oh. Uh
But it's
oh.
just a
Bring your
question,
cookie out.
okay? It's just a question. I'm very curious. I want to know, we want to know, why do women stop having sex with their mate for meaningless things as a punishment, but get mad if they go outside of the relationship for the same thing he's been deprived of, sex? Why
You
do
can't
women
get
do
mad
that?
at that. I mean, listen, ladies, you can't really get mad at that. Okay, that's like you just. I mean, that's not science. It's not rocket science. Like it's just, it's really not. Like
It's
be
not
very.
right.
It's not, but another thing that I think a lot of times in those situations, both parties are not being vocal.
The man,
Look,
I can already tell you, the man is going to always more.
Yeah, but they might be passive. You know what I'm saying? They may not, but listen, Heifer, I'm about to explode. Like, you really need to let her know that this is an issue. Like, I feel as though a lot of times, I feel like in marriage that things occur because you're not communicating.
Well, so if your communication may be there, but some women can't get past things. They just harper on things.
Well, then you shouldn't be with your man. Long. Okay, you shouldn't be with him no more. Okay, if that's the case,
I wouldn't say you shouldn't be with him. You just need to learn the temperament of when.
If you're harping on things, one thing about life, when you say you forgive somebody, you have to forgive and forget. Okay, in a sense, you can't keep that in the back of your mind. You can't keep bringing that up in an argument. You have to, if you true, and a lot of times you say you forgive, but you really didn't. You're just saying it just to say it.
Yeah.
So you really have to be real and have real conversations to say, this is what I need. This is what I expect. And sometimes if you talk to the woman, she'll tell you why.
I'm sure.
This is what. So again, it comes down to communication. If you're not communicating, then what do you expect? I mean, you can't really get mad.
But some women don't know how to let things go. Right?
Well, they're going to get
hours for a week, and now he's got to sleep. It gets so bad to some of them have to sleep on the couch, and then they don't want to have sex for weeks. So what the man's supposed to do? You're depriving him. Then when he step out on you, now you're pissed. Some women use sex as a pawn.
Yeah,
and that's not right.
No, you should never use it as a war. It's not a war. That's another thing. A relationship is not me against you. It's us against the problem. Okay, we ain't doing this. So what's the problem? The problem is your schedule, my schedule, XYZ. Let's figure it out. Let's carve out time. And even sometimes people be like, oh, I think when you schedule it, that's horrible. When you got to schedule it, it's better than nothing.
It ain't horrible. I'll take the schedule. What time?
But I'm saying you have to start somewhere. You get what I'm saying? To ease your way back into whatever. Because I feel like when anybody first get together, they're like jackrabbits. I mean, that's just typically what it is. But then you get into your routine. And, life is life. And you got stuff going on. You got kids. You got a job. You got go to school. It's life be life. And so, but you can't make excuses for it. There's no excuse. But you have to be communicating with this person to say, listen, I know what I ain't doing and what I am doing. And this is why. And I'm going to do better. I'm going to try. Or let's try to figure these things out. And a lot of times women don't even understand that these birth control pills that we're on and different things that we're on, it messes with your hormones. So you think you walking around and you normal, ma'am. No, it's messing with stuff. So sometimes even just to tap in to call your doctor, like, listen, ma'am, I don't know what's going on, but I ain't feeling it. So can you let me know if this what you have prescribed me messes, if that's one of the symptoms or one of the side effects? I mean, figure it out, ladies. That's all I have to say. Figure it out. If you love your man, especially, and I mean not to discredit anybody that that is in a relationship versus a marriage. But when you're in a marriage, you're committed to that person for life. This is it, ride or die, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to do everything in your power to try to make sure you let that person know, I'm trying, I hear you, because sometimes you may have a conversation and that does not mean that it's going to be like, okay, let's get down. Like you have to work on it and you have to figure it out. But you also always have to be trying to figure it out.
But I've never, for some reason, and I know with some of my girlfriends, we talk and we have communication. Most of them can't get past certain things. But for me, if I'm in an argument, we have a disagreement, I can disagree with my mate and still get down to, get down. I never intermingle anything with it at all. We can be at our worst and I still want to get down.
Lord Jesus. Now,
And I think women have to learn how to, because we're emotional creatures.
yeah, and
So
that
you
but
have to
that's another
learn how
thing that
to tackle your emotions.
but men they also have to recognize that we're not the same. We're not going to have the, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to, just like you want me to accept. And I think that's one thing with women. We are so quick to conform to what the man wants. And like whatever, like we have to fit into what they want. What about what we need? You know what I'm saying? You're also your own person, your own personality, your own ways too. So I think if you both get on the same page, have conversation about it, it can get fixed. But if everybody's acting like walking around like nothing's going on, then that's the problem. You have to be
Yeah.
communicative with your mate, regardless of if it's sex, if it's anything. That's just, you just have to be talking, constantly talking.
I
Okay,
might have to do a
that's how
coach
you
for
get your
some of
point
these
across.
women to let them know how to coach along and get past certain things, because they'll stay married. They'll stay
No, but
married.
no, because everybody is different. Some people can't turn off their like
No, they can't.
you can't set. Some people can't separate two. Some people can. And there's
Yeah.
some men, even though it's more widely known that men don't really, deny having, will decline it. But there are men that if you make them mad, they like, you ain't getting none of this. Men are just as petty.
I
They
ain't
will
never
get
met
just
one.
as petty. Listen, there are some out
I
there,
don't even.
y'all. There are some out there. But
I
I'm
assure
just
you,
saying,
his name is not in the alphabet.
it's definitely in the alphabet, okay? You just have to, the top thing is communication. If you communicate, you should be able to work it out. Own your mess. If you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, say, listen, I know it. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to make excuses for it. This is where we at right now. Let's figure it out. And that's just how you go about that. So,
Yeah.
but we do got a lot of comments from that. Some hefty comments too. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so no, keep going. Hold on, I'm trying to get to the most recent. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Okay. Okay, okay, my husband. Okay, no, I'm still scrolling, y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay,
That
so
means
Linda
there's a
says
lot of
that.
comments.
So Linda says that punishment, and then she says some folks are downright selfish and mean.
Yeah.
Then she talks about, I like Zach and Fatima.
Yes, Zatima. Yes, Aunt
Who
Linda.
is
Aunt
that?
Linda listen, Aunt Linda, I gotta come over. We gotta chop up some shows because you be on all of the good shows. That is my jam. It's Zatima. It's on BET Plus, and it's a spinoff from the show Sisters that Tyler Perry has. And
Oh,
Zatima and Zach is an item, and they have lots of drama. But I love the way that they're so connected as far as their communication is very strong. And yeah, but I do know what you're talking about because I don't even you gotta tell my mom what happened on the show. I don't even feel comfortable telling her about what you're talking about. Or
what?
you can put it in the comments. Okay, so for lack of better words, she wasn't able to meet his standards as far as
Sex?
yes.
Okay.
So she
So he
brought
got
him
another woman, a threesome?
no.
Oh,
She brought him something that would entertain that aspect. An item.
an item, a toy?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She bought him a
It's so
toy, but
uncomfortable, you guys. It's so uncomfortable talking to my
how's
mom
that
about this stuff.
uncomfortable?
I don't know. I'm
Toys are
35 and I'm over here
wonderful. I
blushing
love
and I'm
toys.
brown. Oh my! I don't need to hear any of this. Okay,
Toys are
what's next?
wonderful. I
Oh
think
my
any
goodness.
relationship needs to have toys in their relationship.
Uh,
Go to the stores. If you're too embarrassed to go to the stores together, go online. What is it? Adam and Eve and Hollywood and so many. If you need some, just let me know. I mean, I have tons of places you can go to. Toys are very good for relationships. If you don't have toys in your relationship right now, I encourage you, try a few. You'll thank me later. Okay,
So
so she bought him.
the next comment, you just gotta watch the show. I'm not gonna keep talking about no TOY with you.
Yeah, but she bought him a toy to enhance. But after a while, a man is probably going to get bored of that toy, and he's might
But you
want
don't know
some
what
human.
type of you don't you have
Oh,
to
like
watch
a
the show to
doll?
know. No.
Oh, not a doll.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You
Well
just gotta
then,
watch the show. You just got. I'm
okay,
gonna send you the clip. Okay.
okay.
Because this is so I'm over here blushing. Um.
Oh, Zach is oversexed and very well endowed. At least that's the storyline. Oh,
Mhm.
ooh, okay. So he might have white. He might have white liver. Mm. Many of you might not know what white liver is. Look it up.
I don't know about no
I
white
have
liver.
white liver.
Um, Jasmine said, sexual intimacy is emotional for women. We tie our emotions into it. I feel like we tie our emotions into everything. But anyway, men get over things in 3.9 seconds. We do not. So we may not be able to forgive as easily or as quickly. Now, if they've done something that you can't get over, I will say maybe it's time to cut ties. Thank you. Yes, as someone is in a committed relationship, as someone in a committed relationship, you shouldn't be giving sexual energy to anyone, even if you're not getting it at home. That's a personal decision, and I wouldn't blame myself or make excuses for the decisions of someone else.
Mm. Interesting.
I understand
Okay.
that because I feel as though, I mean, if okay, right, if you do go and cheat on your significant other, that and you it's like you didn't discuss it with them, you didn't bring it to them. I mean, of course you're not going to say, hey, I'm going to cheat on you, but if you're not constantly telling them and informing them, listen, I need this,
I think
it's
that you
not
definitely, that's the mistake of a lot of relationships. They don't tell their mate, I need you to do it this way. You got to direct your mate, especially if it's
okay. I
someone you
wasn't
care
talking
about.
about that in that way.
Oh,
I was just talking about I think we should, is there another topic? You guys, I'm getting so pink over here and I'm brown. Miss Linda said, I
no, but
personally
let me finish what I was saying. What I'm saying is, if you are in a relationship, okay, and I'm speaking from an older, wise woman, if you are in a relationship with someone and you say you love them, I'm one of those type of people who I don't talk to my best friend and give them the intimate information about my mate more than I do my mate. I want to be able to make sure my mate is the one that I confide in the most. Because the worst thing is for you to do is to be in a relationship and your mate hear things that they don't even know about from your best friend. That's one thing. The second thing is if they're not satisfying you sexually or their sex have become to a level where it's boredom, because sometimes you do the same thing over and over again, it gets bored. So you have to change up. And if you don't like how they are treating you or how it's feeling, there's nothing wrong with trying something new and directing them in the way in which it's going to make you feel better. There's nothing wrong with that. That's healthy. I encourage it. Sorry, I'm making you feel uncomfortable, Shakira.
I'm so uncomfortable right now, you guys. You don't even understand. Like, I feel
I
like I'm
always
like,
get
yo,
uncomfortable when I be talking about.
I don't. You, and sex is not a topic that I want to discuss in life.
Why are you so uncomfortable in
It's
talking to
just,
your mom?
I just don't feel. I never felt comfortable talking to you about sex or anything.
Wow.
I just, that's just, it makes me blood. It makes me all pink on the inside. I just, mm,
Well, if anyone that you would talk to about sex, it would be me. I mean, your husband, of course, but if you had any other questions and you was in doubt from a woman perspective, but
I'll put it in. I'll
I
put
know
it
you
in
would
the
go to
text message.
Charmaine first.
I'll put it in the text message. I'm not. I'll have you answer it via text because I can't have a face to face. I just, this is just all types of just. Okay, so the next comment was I personally Ms. Linda said, I personally know a friend whose wife had a baby and denied him sex. The man definitely turned to another woman for sex if of course they got a divorce.
Yeah.
But the woman who gave him sex wound up losing him to another woman because she was giving him everything and he still left her. And has a different girlfriend.
Oh, he was confused. He didn't know what
Yeah,
he
it
wanted.
had nothing to do. He just was wild for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Tiana said my show. Yes, we be talking about me and Tiana talk about Zatima all the time. Yes.
Oh, wow, I gotta check it out. You gotta send me the
Yes.
information.
Yes.
A toy that pleases him. Okay. I wonder what's the name of that toy. What's the name of the toy? Tiana, what's the name of the toy?
Sweet. Sweet.
You can put it in the comments.
Oh Lord. It's Sunday. Oh.
Jasmine says she's cracking up at your wide eyes and facial expressions.
Listen, Jasmine, you already know, and me and Jasmine talk all the time, right? And I'm like, she gonna get on here, and I know she gonna talk about sex. The first podcast, sex. I think the second one you brought up, so I said, Lord Jesus, like, oh God, it makes me so.
But this is just this right now. I'm just going to do a poll. I just want to know whether you say yes or no. And if you have a reason, you can share the reason. This is just a poll. True or false? Does a woman know when another woman likes her man?
Absolutely.
Intuition.
Okay. I like we can sense it. We can smell it. Okay. I can smell it a mile away, type of thing. Like, that's
it's
like
called a coochie replacement. I'm cracking up. A coochie. So it is a doll, one of the blow up dolls.
No, it wasn't a doll. It was like a contraption.
A contraction. Oh, okay. You got it. I need to know about this, honey. I don't like this stuff to go over my head. I need to know.
Y'all done started something. Who said Zatima? That was Aunt Linda. I'm gonna get you when I see you, because you're the one that brought the show up. We never would be talking about all of the extra stuff on the side if you ain't talking about the show.
We're going into overtime. Today is a special day. We're going into overtime. So, true or false? Does a woman know when another woman likes her husband? Not that your husband is doing, or your boyfriend, your soulmate.
No, she just doing anything wrong.
Is whether you know.
Laughing. You know, they do the, you know, this is your husband. Oh, touching him. He ain't funny. Okay.
But let me just say this. My response to this question is no. Sometimes. That's why you have side chicks, right?
But I think a lot of stuff be going over your head. I'll be like,
over my head?
Yes. I was
like,
how? I don't know, like we'll be talking and you would be telling me a story. I'm like, that was shade. You like shade? I'm like, yes, that was shade. Like, I feel like, I don't know. It's like I don't know. You just feel the pheromones or whatever it's called. You can.
You have an intuition. I understand that. But not all the time. If it's in your face, yes. If it's
but that's what we're talking about. I mean, if it's in your face, I mean, what? How would you not know? How would you be able to give an actual answer if you don't even know the woman at all?
Right, exactly. That's
so. I'm only talking about whatever. I'm only talking about when you see your man and another woman interacting, and you just like, okay.
Zach got caught trying it out. How did he get caught if she brought a friend?
Because he was home, and she came home from work early, and she heard some mysterious noises, and she thought Zach was up there with someone, but he was by himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jasmine says, true. We know all things. Intuition is real. It's so true. Tiana says, true.
I can sense it a mile away. Sis better scram and go somewhere else. Yes. You could just tell, because you're a woman, like how she's looking at him, or, you know, I like, okay, for instance, I've seen this. I know you probably seen the video. A lot of you probably seen it. It was a video, or either it was a quote, and it said, when somebody asks your husband for a ride, no, you're supposed to ask the wife. And then I ask my husband if he can give you a ride. You don't go asking my husband, oh, so and so, can you give me a ride? You're supposed to ask the wife.
And
And
let me tell you, when I was younger, my boyfriend, he's rest in peace. He's dead and gone now. But when we was dating, he was a preacher. And we would go around. I was playing the keyboard and would sing, and he would sing. He was a great singer. And we would go around to different churches in New Jersey, Maryland, New York, and we would sing at different churches. So we was at our home church, and somebody asked for a ride. So I was in the front seat. She was in the back seat. We drive. He's driving. And we get to my house. He let me out, right? And said, babe, I'm going to be back.
I bet
honey, when I got in that house, he came back about 5 minutes later. You ain't coming in here. We broke up that day.
Exactly. Yeah.
And he was hurt. But I was done. I don't go for disrespect.
No, that's too much.
I was very young then. I wasn't even driving. I was very young then.
Yeah.
I was very, very young, but I knew better than to allow somebody to pay me. And he was older than I was.
And he thought he was going to play. Just like I know you remember I had an experience where I had someone knew that I had a particular event that I had to do. I kept asking them, do you need me to take you home? Do you need me to take you home? And they're like, no, I'm going to be with you all day. I'm going to come along, yada, yada, yada. That the moment that I had to pretty much leave to do what I had to do, and this person was supposed to come with me. Oh, well, maybe, and this was my ex-boyfriend at the time, maybe he can take me home. Oh, no, he will not.
Another girl said that too.
Yes, to me. Oh. But we were in an alignment because whatever I had to do for that day, I had to be there on time. I could not come late. And I'm like, listen, I can take you home before, or you can go with me. You can tag along. But I need to know. Oh no, I'm gonna be with you all day. And then come time to leave. Oh no, I gotta go home. Oh, he can drop me off. No. And remember, I came and got you, and you took her home.
I did?
Yes. I don't know if you remember the incident. We were living in Willenboro, and you took her home.
Wow.
You took her home because it was just like, oh no. We're not fitting to do that. We're not doing those games. Sorry, ma'am. Not over here. So yes, I feel as though that you can pick up what somebody's putting down, but some people that will go over somebody's head. Oh, okay, he could drop you off. No.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
And it's not even, a lot of times people put it in the realm of, oh, you don't trust your man. No, I'm a firm believer. My mom always taught me, it's not about trusting your man. It's about not putting your man in a certain circumstance that don't look right.
Yeah.
Like, and like I'm the type of person that one thing that my mom has always taught me, like if you're going to somebody's house and they just so happen to have a boyfriend and the boyfriend's home, your friend is on her way home, she'll be there in 15 minutes. Do you go in the house? No, you do not. You sit your behind in the car.
Wow.
Period. And it's not about you not trusting yourself, because you know what type of friend you are. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like that, but it's just what look crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and that's one thing you always instilled in me. And I would be like, I'll call and be like, oh, I'll be right there. So-and-so's at the house. Okay. And I'll go around the block or something like that until that person get home. And it's nothing to do with, I'm not that type of friend in any capacity and ever. And all of my friends, the few friends that I do have, know that. But it's just a form of respect. That's all. That's how I feel about it. So yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. I agree.
Wait, Tiana said, or when a female's being too friendly, and then she said, oh, we don't trust these garden sticks.
These what?
You can read it, Mom. That's a form of a cuss word for me, Tiana.
Oh, okay.
Never leave your man around another female. It's all about respect.
There it is. And one of the things, I don't know whether Sade and Shakira remember this when they were younger. They must have been around 12 or so.
Oh Lord.
And
I
I knew that
remember.
they were going to have a long relationship, just the way that they would just treat each other. You just know, like certain friends I've had since high school and grammar school, and we're still friends today. And I sat them down because I knew that if I didn't have this discussion with them, that things could go wrong, right? But what I told them was, you promise each other that you would not like each other's boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember that? You
Oh
remember that,
yeah, I
Mom?
remember.
Yeah. I said you would not like each other's boyfriend because sometimes things are not discussed. And when it's not discussed, then people be like, well, I didn't know. But if
I
you know the
mean,
rules, the girlfriend code, the rule, then you know what direction you should go. So that was a conversation I had with Sade and Plum. What would you say, Shakira?
I ain't say nothing.
Years ago. And I hope it helped.
But I feel as though when you have a scandalous female, she's going to be scandalous if you have that conversation or not. So I feel it all.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, I think so. If they're
I
scandalous,
have
they're
a
scandalous.
scandalous girlfriend and child. I mean, it
Yeah,
was
but
what
I
it
mean,
was.
you only know what you know. You don't know what you don't know.
I don't, yeah, what I don't know, I don't know. Yeah,
Exactly. So what I'm saying, when you have, you know your friends, okay?
right.
Everybody know what type of friend they have and what caliber the type of friend they have, and all that. So you know if they would go. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
You know if they can be trusted or not. And it's nothing wrong with. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't want no friends like that. But you do have people that are more flirtatious than others. You just know not to bring them around your man.
yeah, yeah. Not
That's
bringing around your man. Really? Get that serious? Wow.
Listen, because I don't want. I like you as a friend. We cool,
But how
but
about if your man see her out? I mean, some things you just can't avoid.
yeah, that's the yes, but
You
I
might as well see
like
what
again.
how your man interact with her.
No, but it's not about that. It's about the respect level that she has.
That sounds more like fear.
It's not fear. That ain't got nothing to do with fear. It's
No.
not saying that I'm scared that my man's going to run off somewhere. It's about not putting him in a certain situation that's going to get turned left. Because how many times do people, you walk into a room, right? And you're coming home. Let's say, for instance, you're coming home and you see your best friend and your husband or whoever, kiki, ga. And it's just like,
What
now,
y'all talking about?
exactly. And or they stop talking or something. And it may not be anything, but they
Sure. You get
planted that
that
in your
the
mind.
insecurities.
Huh?
You get the insecurities.
Yeah, so you now have planted something that may not be anything, but now you're gonna be looking at everything side eye. That's
Yeah.
why I feel as though with certain things, you don't put certain things in the same. It has nothing to. I'm very confident who I am. Okay, like I'm very confident that I'm a strong person. I think I'm a good woman. I'm a good wife. I think I'm that girl. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't have any type of insecurity in my body, but I also feel as though you don't put somebody in a situation that's is may look weird.
Yeah, but every woman and man has some little bit of jealousy. Some is bigger than, larger than others, but there's a tad bit of jealousy there. Yeah, tad bit. Tad bit. Let's read these comments.
Tiana said, or when okay, let's see. Never leave your man around. Okay, we read that one. Would you move your girlfriend who is homeless into your house with your man?
With my man and her, or with us all?
That's what she said. Would you move your
Yes,
girlfriend
I've done
who
that.
is homeless into a house with
Done
your
that.
man?
Done that with friends.
I know
and
you
family.
have. I
I've
know
done
you
that.
have.
Yep, done that. And I guess for me, I don't have, I go to work, go wherever I got to go, do whatever I got to do.
I know.
And
But I feel as though that who are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, which
you
friend?
know what? I'm always this type of person that if he does go that route, if he decides to go that route, it is his loss.
Of
And I
course.
listen,
I'm not saying
totally,
that it's
you can't
what's going to
prevent the
happen. You can't
inevitable.
control what somebody's going to do, right? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you have a person in your life that you trust them to a certain degree, but you don't trust them all the way, that's the people I'm talking about. I'm not talking about your ride or dies. I'm not, because there are friends that no matter what, I know that's something that is not, I'm that confident in my friendship with the friends that I do have. But there are other acquaintances or people that I'm cool with that I'm just like, I don't know about that. And that's just keeping it real. And I mean, you just gotta keep it, listen, every woman on this live knows somebody about what I'm talking about. Know at least one person that they may be cool with, or you can go out, have a drink with them, chill with them, he party, but
Yeah.
so yeah. So for me, the friends that I do have, I don't think that wouldn't be an issue for me. But it's also about who you talking about. Tiana said, the way I see it is I'm secure within my relationship and I'm confident with who I am and I trust my man, but a man is a man at the end of the day, and I would never put him in a situation where something could possibly happen. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Tiana, for putting in the proper words for me. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's
you don't want to set it up.
I'm not setting it up because you don't, everybody does things differently. You may have that friend, they may walk around with a towel on and don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I've been through that plenty of times.
That is inappropriate, ma'am. Inappropriate. Yeah. You need to be fully dressed when you come out my bathroom.
Yeah.
That's, you can't be prancing around and it's just, but some women are just, they don't even, and it's a lot of times the women are not even thinking like, I'm trying to take your man. This is just who they are.
Yeah.
So it's no disrespect to them either, but you have to know your friend and know whether or not that's the type of lane you want to put them in.
That's true.
So Tiana hit it right on the nose. I just feel as though I ain't setting nothing up. You're gonna have to go outside somewhere. I ain't bringing it in-house, okay? That ain't how that's fitting to work out, okay? This is not, what is that, the Players Club, okay? No, ma'am. And so, makes yes, sense. Linda, remember Soul Food, the cousin has sex with her.
Oh, yeah, that was good. That was a good part.
And they let her move in. They let her move in, and then she's, yes.
But she, but that was intensified. That was... But they knew.
But that happens. That happens all the time. They knew what
she was. They knew what she was when they moved her in because they talked about it.
But what about the Players Club? The Players Club, Diamond moved her cousin down there. Her cousin wasn't even no dancer. Diamond made her, but not made her, but convinced her, and they started dancing, and then she come home and she's sleeping with her boyfriend.
Yeah,
she didn't start out
that way,
scandalous per se. When she first came, she was all geeky looking, and now she all on the pole. People change, okay? So
she getting down,
okay? So yes, yeah, that's my standpoint. But as far as that, my circle is so small that it's a dot. So for the people that are in that dot, I trust y'all. I got you. Other people that's on the outside of the dot, that hey. Take it how you want to take it. I mean, hey,
Yeah, Drew Brown is watching. Thank you for tuning in, Drew Brown. Thank you so much. For those of you who we cannot see, whether you're tuning in or not, we say thank you so much for tuning in to our show today. I hope you all enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. I hope you all enjoyed the topics. We have so many more topics. I'm telling you, I'm just excited. But I know that my daughter, the more we delve into sex and relationships and things of that nature, she's gonna feel uncomfortable. Well,
I can talk about relationships. I just don't want to be talking about sex.
But we're gonna talk about sex, Shakira.
I know, Mom.
Well, I got to talk about. I mean, if I didn't talk about sex, then this is gonna be boring to me.
It's not boring to me. Like I feel like we live without sex or no sex. But I understand that is your topic of choice. Um,
I
um,
mean, some things just make you smile.
or
Food makes me
blush,
smile
or blush.
or blush. Yeah, it's healthy. And realize this. Having sex makes you live longer. This is a scientific fact. I didn't make it up. Look it up.
Okay.
You live longer. So,
Um,
if anybody out there is single and I'm doing a little interview, I'm accepting applications, and now read Jasmine's comment, Shakira.
Other people's actions aren't my responsibility. Something could happen whether or not I'm present or leave them together. If that's what they want to do, then it would happen regardless. I only surround myself with people I can trust. Exactly.
True.
That last part, most important part.
Yeah.
She had inner
Hose waves. She.
Tiana laughing. And then she corrected herself.
Yes.
Yes.
So what I want to say right now, I want to do some shout outs if I may. I want to shout out to all of you and saying thank you. Please share this live if you don't mind. Please
share
this live.
You are their comments are great. We love it. Share so we can make sure this gets out to everyone and we can have so much more dialogue to go back and forth. We love the communication from you guys. We really do.
Yes. Treva, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for joining in. We want to do a special shout out right now to Mike on the Mic. Mike on the Mic, he has a show coming up on July 29th this year at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 Livingston Avenue in New Brunswick, New Jersey. For tickets, you go to www.mbpack.org and follow him on social media. Michael Ross, comedian. Look for him. Mike Ross.
Sidebar. Mike, I need another T-shirt. I done wore it out so bad. It still say Mike on the mic, but the microphone look a little dusty. So I'm gonna need to put in the order for a new Mike on the mic because I do rock it constantly.
A new T-shirt, yes, Mike on the mic. I got a few, but I don't have any that's. We definitely have to get some fresh T-shirts.
Yes, because mine is worn out. Okay.
Yes. We're doing a special shout out to I Say Yes Hair and Salon owners Crystal Lewis and Barbara Bryan for all your hair needs. They do braiding, weaves, cuts, just anything that you need. They specialize in natural hair too as well. Yes. You can go to I Say Yes Salon and Spa.com and follow their page on all social media platforms. Look for I Say Yes Salon and Spa.
Yes.
We also want to send a shout out to Barbers Club of Cherry Hill. They do such great work out there. That's the owner is DC. Well, we call him DC, but you guys may know him as Darnell Canty. He's located in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Now, I do want to say that we have this special. I have a special that's going on right now. You can join Coast to Coast Credit Repair Group, private group, to get your credit repaired. Exclusive offer. Do it yourself. You will receive information on free credit repair software. We're going to give you documentations of what you need in order to send to the credit bureaus. We're also going to coach you along to help you so that you can get your credit repaired. Because right now, whether you know it or not, we are in a recession.
Yes.
Whether you know it or not, we are in a recession. We're going to talk more about recession next week and giving you some information to help you along in this recession to hopefully get you guys some extra money, income, things that will help you in replacing your income, because we don't know who's going to get laid off. We don't know what's going to be happening in the future. But if we can get prepared and plan, then we'll be ready.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you. I can't wait till next week. Make sure you are pushing us out there, you guys. We
absolutely
love you.
And thank Linda Anderson for being one of our gifters. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Y'all can join Linda at any time you want.
Yes,
Y'all make
come
sure
on
y'all
in.
have
Come
a
on
happy
in.
4th of July.
Yes, happy 4th of July. It definitely is the 4th of July.
Yes,
It
on
smell like
Tuesday.
barbecue outside, but nobody's barbecuing. Um because of these wildfires is going around. But
It's on a Tuesday, which is kind of strange, but
yeah,
it is what
yeah,
it is. But
yeah,
may you guys have a wonderful week and may great blessings come your way this week. We're going to
absolutely.
sign off right now. Y'all
Yes,
take
we
care.
are. Have a good one, everybody.
Oh, wait, do we have a can't wait until next week? Yes, can't wait.
Yes.
We're going to have some good information for you next week. But in the meantime, please go to Coast Credit Repair Group. It's on Facebook. It's on Facebook. And you ask for an invite, will and get you into the group. And I'm going to be going live. I'll probably go live tonight. I'll go live tonight. So go into the Facebook group and see you there. Y'all take care.
All right, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.